Good morning to all of our esteemed viewers. We are saying good morning to every one of you present here this morning. You are welcome to bystanders at the newsstand on Flip TV. Today, Thursday edition, 6th of March 2025. We say God bless all of our viewers as you are coming in this morning. You are highly respected and cherished. The anchorman is not around today because he received a call yesterday. He lost his uncle, so he will not be around today. So I'll be the one. I'm the cameraman of Flip TV, so I'll be the one to anchor it this morning. His only news that is here. So Tinubu lays foundation for First Bank's new eco-friendly headquarters. So there's nothing much on the paper, only advertisement of First Bank and so on. But the main topic for today is Asari Dokubo blows out, warns against Fubara'S impeachment as Gunm shot Fubara'S supporters. So Fubara'S is blowing hot. He's warning against Asari is blowing hot, warning against Fubara'S impeachment as Gunm shot Fubara'S supporters. So Gunm are shooting Fubara'S supporters. They are not in support of Fubara'S. So Asari Dokubo is blowing hot for that this morning. So before I bring in my first reviewer, Pastor Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Asari Dokubo blows out, warns against Fubara'S impeachment as Gunm shot Fubara'S supporters. What can you say about that?
Let us understand that this is not the first time Asari Dokubo will be threatening that impeaching Fubara will come with consequence. Remember that the other time when the Minister of SCT was talking about his frozen relationship with the governor and maybe suggesting that Fubara could be impeached, Asari Dokubo was emphatic that if you think if impeach Fubara that nothing will happen, he said, I tell you that something will happen. And unfortunately, I hope the political gladiators in Nigeria, in that state, will not plunge this country into another unprecedented and unwarranted crisis. Because we have told this line in the past, in the time of Yaradua, when the pumping of oil infrastructures was order of the day, and we saw the military being mobilized to that region, when the Air Force started bombing communities in that region. So it was an evil wind that blew no one any good. But at the way it is another anticipated evil wind that may not favor anybody. So that is why those who are pushing this should be cautious. Because from what I can understand, though there's a court judgment that have said the Martin Amaules led the House of Assembly fashion of Rivers State is a legitimate one. But I think the Supreme Court, as a matter of urgency and necessity, needed to dispense the other case that is challenging whether defecting, whether they ought to lose their position. Because I understand that the Supreme Court have reserved judgment for that particular issue. But I think as a matter of necessity and urgency, they needed to deal with that quickly so that the 27 lawmakers will know whether they are legitimate members of the House or not. Because the way it stands, we understand that going by the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, if you are sponsored into the house by a particular political party and you want to defect, the only proviso, the only condition upon which you can defect and you will not lose your seat is when there is polarization, division in your political party, as to the extent that you don't know the fashion to follow. But it's on record that at the time the 27 lawmakers defected, there was no polarization of the leadership of the party, I mean PDP as at that time. So I'm of the view that Supreme Court needed to deal with that to avert any possible crisis. Because the way it is, it's already entering a tribal crisis. The John Nation have come out clearly to say that if the federal government deny Rivers State their revenue because of this issue involving Wike and Fubara, that they will make sure the federal government is deprived of revenue. I think the threat is in the line of maybe sabotaging critical oil infrastructure. And for me, I think what is important is that the issue of one man becoming too powerful to the extent of subjugating the whole state should be discouraged. Whether you call it in the name of Supreme Court judgment, whatever you call it, I can never in my right sense accept a situation where one man will subjugate a whole state and the state will be under his wings and caprices, like what we have in Lagos State here. Maybe that is what the FCT Lisa is trying to turn Rivers State into.
Our viewers, as you are coming in, please like the program and share the program. Mr. Edu Uzomiwu, good morning. Mr. Ikechukwu Samuel Eziabuku, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too. Ikechukwu Samuel is greeting you, Mr. Matthew.
Thank you very much, Ikechukwu Samuel.
Oladipo Bukola, Akpabio, the nine people wife, should be impeached. So, does the Supreme Court really have the power to remove Fubara as the governor?
No, it is not within the power of the Supreme Court to remove a governor. If you needed to remove a governor, it is the House members that have the power.
But the Supreme Court is like, they are saying it should be removed.
No, what the Supreme Court have done is to say the 27 lawmakers loyal to Wike under the leadership of Martin Amaule is the authentic House members. Of course, that best explains the reason we are seeing the House members giving the governor ultimatum. In the first place, they asked him to sack all the commissioners that were not screened by that House, and they have asked him to submit a new list for screening and all that. They have asked him to represent the 2025 budget, and in all of this, they are giving him 48 hours ultimatum. So I think what they are doing is simply trying to set stage to commence impeachment process, because they all it is very clear that they wanted to violate most of those their directives so that they can use it as a criteria to start the impeachment process.
It was shown on the Punch paper that Gunm came to attack Fubara'S supporters. So who do you think may be behind this scene, like attacking Fubara'S supporters?
Difficult to know who is attacking who, but in the crisis of this nature, that is not unexpected, because here, this part of the world, we practice crude politics. Can we forget in the hurry what happened in Osho recently, where the government invaded the local government secretariat, shot and killed so many persons? So that is why this kind of situation should be avoided by all means, because definitely they are setting stage for monumental crisis that may end up leading to monumental waste of lives and property.
Someone is asking about Mr. Rilwan.
Rilwan is unavoidably absent. He has said that he is not going to be around today, but hopefully I think he will be here tomorrow.
So we should come back to the issue of Lagos State House of Assembly. In the Lagos State House of Assembly, we've seen that Miranda has resigned, so Obasa has taken over. But some people are saying, APC is saying Obasa cannot be removed. People are saying he should resign within 1 week. And APC saying he cannot be removed, that he should be there. What do you think will be going on within that aspect?
What is happening in Lagos is a clear case of subjugation, a clear case of somebody state managing Lagos State from somewhere. Because by all purpose and intent, it is the House of Assembly members that have the right to impeach a speaker. That they have done, but surprisingly, just as we know how Lagos is being run, somebody somewhere who is not comfortable with the removal of Obasa mandated and compelled the House members to return Obasa, forcing Miranda to resign. So, and this is not the type of democracy we hope to practice in Nigeria, because if you look at how democracy is practiced in other parts of the world, where democracy is, where we derive democracy. This is not how it's been done. In Nigeria, what we see is democracy is under the whim and caprices of an individual. And I think that is what Ewike is trying to do in Rivers State. That is why we are condemning it. Because you have a situation where they want to conduct an election, an individual will claim that he bought form, a nomination form and expression of interest form for all the people who are in the house. And at the end of the day, when you have issues like this, that same individual will come back and say, yes, I am the one that will appoint speaker, appoint commissioners and all that. I think we have passed the area of the strong man of Ibadan politics, the era of Sarakis of Kwara State. We should by now evolve beyond that. But unfortunately, this tribal government is dragging us back into it.
Looking at now, Obasanjo is getting more power every day. He's getting supreme in Agege, in all over Lagos State. So Obasanjo now is now the speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. He's back now. So his actions, they simply don't belong to him. Like, the power is getting, the support is getting. Do you think something will be fishy about the power he's getting? Because that's not his power.
No, it's very clear. Before he started all this, it was understood that he was able to reach out to the power at the center, who gave their nod that he was not, they didn't endorse his removal. Of course, at a point when we saw that the security details attached to Miranda was withdrawn, even as police later denied it, even the woman came out before her resignation to say that even as they said they restored it, that she only have 4 security personnel. Even at the time, police was even saying that they were doing police audit, personal audit, that they needed to record the policemen to account for their firearms and all that. But surprisingly, as at the same time, police withdrew their personnel attached to the woman, DSS and other security agencies would do that. So it was not clear whether simultaneously, coincidentally, DSS was equally doing their own personnel audit of their own staff. But all have happened. But what is happening in Lagos is clearly show that actually the hand of Tinubu is what we are seeing.
Okay, Akwa Ibom women, maybe yesterday or the day yesterday, we were seen in a viral video protesting against Natasha. That Natasha maybe Akpabio cannot resign because people are saying he should resign within a week that she should resign. So Akwa Ibom women have been seen protesting against Natasha. Like, Natasha is lying against Akpabio. What do you have to say about that?
It's not unexpected because in this part of the world, you will see when a leader is being accused of crime, you see his supporters defending him. In this part of the world, people celebrate those who subjugate them. That's purely what we are seeing. Of course, the allegation is not against the people of Akwa Ibom. The allegation is against Akpabio. And that's what Natasha told Akpabio's wife. Allow your husband to defend himself. Even as Unoma, Natasha, Akpabio's wife, dragged the woman to court, Natasha was very clear that allow your husband to defend himself. And currently, if you look at what is happening in the house currently, you can clearly sense the house trying to muzzle the woman. Because on one hand, the committee of privilege and complaint, what do they call it, is claiming that they cannot entertain the woman's petition because the case is in court. Even as the man have explained at the plenary on the floor of the house that the case she dragged to court is a case of defamation and not this case of sexual harassment. On one hand, they are saying they cannot entertain the woman case because the woman had dragged taken the case to court. On the other hand, the committee is inviting her to come and face disciplinary action on the basis of what transpired on the floor of the house. The other day, she refused to move to her seat. That caused the whole issue. So it's very clear that the house is already playing politics and they want to muzzle her.
So after 24 hours reconciliation, fresh trouble emerged in Lagos Assembly as legislators push for Obasanjo's resignation, like Obasanjo should resign.
They should go and meet their father now.
The legislators are pushing now, Obasanjo must resign.
They should go and meet their father.
Do you think he forced himself on them, like he wanted to be the speaker by every means?
What we learned, that may be true, considering the fact that the House members are not present for his resignation. What we heard is that it was resolved that after Miranda's resignation, Obasanjo should come back and tender resignation and still resign. to pave way for a new speaker who is different from both of them. But perhaps he wants to play politics too. But I think they should go to their father and resolve it, because they should stop bothering Nigerians and Lagosians, since the man who stays in Aso Rock is the one that decides what happened in Lagos.
Natasha's husband has come to the public to say that Akpabio continued to harass my wife despite my agreement with him. That's Natasha Akpoti's husband. So since that issue happened, he's just coming out to say something about this. So he has been silent since then.
No, I think he has spoken before now, where he said that his wife confided in him while all this was happening. But at this point, I think since most of these issues are in court, so that we don't commit contempt of court, there's an extent to which we can discuss it. But I think the woman who have claimed that she have evidence should ventilate his evidence in the court, and let us await and see what the court will say about it.
So President Tinubu has appointed the Brigadier General to head the National Youth Service Corps, that is NYSC. He has appointed someone to be the head. What do you have to say about that?
That is always the case. There is always a Brigadier General who head the NYC, that is National Youth Service Corps. It has always been the case. But let me quickly say that youth service, the aim, what the purpose of creating it, to an extent is achieving, but to an extent is not achieving it, because I can understand that if you post someone to an area where he may consider that maybe he is not going there, there's always a way or the person going to say, I do not want to serve in that place, and the person is always having his way. I personally did my youth service in Jigawa State. I think the whole essence of the youth service is for national integration, so that people from the north can go to the south, people from the south can go to the north. But holistically speaking, I think the service for me is a good thing if you want to actually make Nigerians, particularly the youth, integrate into one another. But to say about the appointment, that has always been the tradition.
So yesterday was Ash Wednesday. So the Christian Association of Nigeria, that's CAN, they are saying we should pray for our wise leaders. When they are saying wise leader, do you mean, do we have any wise leader in Nigeria?
In the first place, I don't know anything about CAN. I don't recognize CAN. I see CAN as a political organization. But saying they should pray for the leaders, the Bible actually says, pray for the peace of your Jerusalem. Of course, I equally admonish us to pray for the leaders, but in this part of the world, leaders are not doing what they are elected to do. They violate the constitution, they plunder the country, and at the end of the day, Nigerians are suffering. Look at the mass exodus of Nigerians in what they call Japa. Look at the way Nigerians are living in the country. So for me, it's not entirely wrong to pray for the leaders, but our leaders are bad.
Okay, thank you, Pastor Martin, for coming.
Thanks for having me.
As you are coming in, please like the program and share to others. Olokun Anthony, good morning Flip TV, good morning to you too. Sunday Mbeyi, good morning Flip TV, good morning to you too. Good morning, Pastor Mr. Olajide.
Yes, good morning, Mr.
You're welcome to Flip TV.
Good morning, Mr. Rashid.
The anchorman is not around today because he was called yesterday during live program that he lost his uncle.
Yes.
So he's not around today. Maybe tomorrow he will be around. So let's get into business.
Okay.
Asari Dokubo blows out once against Fubara'S impeachment as government shot Fubara'S supporters. Asari Dokubo is blowing out. He's shouting that he's running against Fubara'S impeachment, number one. And we've seen gunmen attacking Fubara'S supporters. They are killing them, shooting at them. Like Fubara should be impeached. What do you have to say about that?
You see, look, the matter on ground now has gone beyond the issue of sentiment or blackmailing. Fubara should come to terms of the reality of what is on ground now. And what is it that is on ground now? There's a court judgment on ground. Court judgment of the highest court of the land. Judgment of the highest court of the land, Supreme Court judgment. What does it say? Fubara swore to uphold the constitution of Nigeria when he was sworn in. Let him forget about this sentiment, all this blackmail is running after. He swore an oath to uphold the constitution of Nigeria when he was sworn as the governor of the River State. And what does the constitution say? That he will implement the terms and conditions of this constitution. And so there's a judgment of the court of Supreme Court, the highest court of the land. And what does the judgment say? That Amaewhule is the recognized legislative arm of the government. He should respect that judgment and comply.
So you think the Supreme Court can just remove a governor?
You cannot remove him. There's no way the Supreme Court remove him as a governor now in that judgment now. They are only telling him what the two positions of the law is. Number one, the election he conducted was fraudulent. It has been nullified and cancelled. Number two, allocations to a state have been stopped on allocation because the process by which appropriation should have gone through, it didn't go through it. He's supposed to have submitted his budget to Amaewhule-led speakership of the House, but he submitted it to former leadership of the House, and Supreme Court said no, that process you went through is null and void. That's not where you should have submitted your budget for approval before you can then begin to spend. They corrected him. The recognized side of the law of the House of Assembly is 27 man. That's the judgment. This is not a matter of sentiment. That's the judgment of the land. So you should respect that. Go back and represent your budget to whom the law has recognized. He refused. I watched him yesterday.
The law recognized.
Amaewhule, a 27 member led member of the committee. He was running assembly with 4 members.
I'm trying to say Fubara didn't win the election.
He did not win. No. He won the election, but when it comes to, there's a crisis in the state assembly. This is a government that pulled down a structure of the state assembly. All you must say, went to the constituencies. If somebody destroy, put the whole structure of the state assembly down, demolish it, destroy it. I think more is coming to that man later in the future. You wait and see. See, I'm not taking side with anybody. I'm talking from a position of reality on ground. I don't deceive myself. Ideal is what we are expecting to be. But what is on ground presently, what should be discussed about? What is on ground presently is that judgment of the Supreme Court said that election you conducted at the government is null and void. He didn't follow the law. Thank God he has chosen August 8th in the news yesterday to conduct another local government election.
Will there be another local government election?
No, this has been nullified now. Of course, because has nullified this, cancel it. Number two, you cannot be spending state money without appropriation, without your budget being approved by state house assembly. And Supreme Court said that side of the state assembly where you pass through your budget is not recognized by the law. You should have passed your budget through Amaewhule 27 committee. If you have passed your budget through that one, then you can then be spending. They can then be spending money, of the state. But the part that you choose, the part that you chose to get your budget approved through 4-man panel of the state assembly is null and void. It represents your budget to the 27 lawmaker. He refused. He didn't still comply. That's for again. He didn't still comply. He's not saying that the membership of that 27 is still a contest of the law. So when the student judgment will come, the judgment of it that is already on ground, he refused to embrace it. So Asari Dokubo cannot be. Asari Dokubo is not Nigeria, and it's not above the law of the country. Asari Dokubo can say whatever he likes. That's his opinion. You get my point? But it does not represent the law of Nigeria. Let Amaewhule follow what the judgment of the land says now. That this is the position of the law. It represents your budget to the House of Assembly led by 27 members of Amaewhule. Then let them screen the budgets and pass the budgets. Then you have the power to begin to spend the money of the state. That's why the Supreme Court say there should be no allocation to him again, because the budget was passed through the wrong process. I cannot be spending state money that's not been passed by the right process.
Do you think it's really the Supreme Court that is behind all this, or some another person?
This is not the. They take them. Is this people that initiated the case? They took themselves to court now. Is this people that initiated the case? They took themselves to court. Amaewhule and faction and Fubara'S faction. They went to court. They filed a suit in the court by themselves, and court must hear them. So where is the court involved in this? Court is on his own. You bring the case before them. They must look into it and judge it. Court is not initiate the case. Individual initiate case and take it to court. Court will sit over it, go through the trial, and pronounce judgment on it. So Amaewhule should respect what is already on ground. Judgment on ground right now. And the commissioner decides exactly people he appointed did not also pass through the normal screening. because all those things should have passed through Amahewele screening process. All those things he has done to 4-member panel of the State Assembly have been declared null and void, passed through the right channel of the 27 but it's refused, and that means he's already preparing his way to eventuality that may not be in his way. Now, so Asari Dokubo should advise Amahewele, should advise Fubara to comply with the judgment. That's the judgment that's on ground presently. That is not a sentimental issue, it's not a blackmail issue, it's not a sympathy matter. Judgment is already on ground. Follow it, comply with it. So that's the beginning of the peace. That man is I think that man is very arrogant and pompous. I don't know who is giving him the backing. And the way it's going is like he does not, if he doesn't interest his step to begin to reconcile on the right part, and begin to do the right thing, it may end up. Yesterday I watched him in the news when he was addressing his supporters, saying that he's not afraid. The loss in the yesterday will happen for him to lose the office, and he's not afraid of losing the office. Okay, if he's not afraid of losing the office, if he's not afraid of losing the office, let him continue to go the wrong way then and see what will happen to him.
Okay, before now, Wike was with Fubara. He's one that brought Fubara.
Yes.
And now they are not in
good terms. Yes.
So what do you think may be going on between Wike and Fubara?
Already, what brought problem to Fubara? He came to an office under 1 year. You are beginning to remove the structures on ground that brought you to power. This is a structure that won ticket for you, PDP, rob others in PDP for you, you pick the ticket. You didn't complain about the structure. They went to a general election. They used their position to win the state position for you as governor. He did not complain about it. Now when you now come to power under 1 year, you now think because you are a state governor now, you can begin to dismantle the structure that somebody put in place to bring you to power. It's a sign of hypocrisy. The thing that work for your interest, that you benefit from it, when you are benefiting from it, you did not condemn it. Now, after being in power now, you are not seen as bad thing. Whereas you are a opponent of that thing, you are a beneficiary of that thing, it means you are a hypocrite. You are speaking from both sides of your mouth. You should have condemned, you should have taken, you should have condemned that structure that you don't want that structure. That the structure was not clean, but you agreed, you accepted what the producer brought to you as benefits. Use it. You came to power through it. Now, having been in power now, we now see that structure is not good. Now to be dismantled. The people that put the structure in place will not allow you to be doing that. They will not they will not hold their arms and allow you to render them politically irrelevant and powerless. They will fight you. That's what he's expecting. It's not learned. That Fubara'S is he will take a wrong step. I'm telling you. Otherwise, he should have done that. He should have played down and be playing along with his governor. And he'll be putting his own people secretly in positions until they're fully in place. And then, even if it's hard patience, the government can hand over the structure to him and make him overseeing the structure. That's on ground. But under 1 year, if you want to begin to remove the structures, begin to change people in government.
Okay.
So it's an act of his own misfortune. He has begun to lick his wound. I think he does not understand himself. Yesterday I watched him in the news. He said he's not afraid to lose his seats. That's what I say. And I will give instructions to his supporter and at the appropriate time what to do. What will he do? Will he cause crisis in the state? They will declare some emergency on the state and remove him. And can charge him. Then he must have lost it. He will be having immunity like them. Any crime committed by provision by instruction will be visited on him as a charge against him in the court of law. So I think that man is not trading with sense. I don't know who is backing him. Asari Dokubo should go and advise Fubara to testedly. His continue going on the wrong step will not give him what way he will end up foolishly enjoying himself, wounding himself.
Okay, so Obasanjo was celebrating his 88th birthday maybe yesterday. Two or three days ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 days ago. So in one of his speech, he's on the front of Vanguard newspaper. He's saying, in my lifetime, Nigeria will be great. So that means when he stay alive, Nigeria will be great. So I'm now looking at the fact that when he was still the president, was Nigeria great? Like when he's now saying, now that he's not the president anymore, he's now saying in his own lifetime, when he's still living, Nigeria will be great again.
Mr. Rashid, Obasanjo has always positioned himself as a nationalist. He has never been, even though he's from Yoruba man, you don't seem taking side for Yoruba interest. You don't seem talking of champion Yoruba interest. He has always positioned himself as a nationalist, meaning that he always talk of one nation, Nigeria. And during his tenure, don't forget, 8 years of his tenure, there's some landmark, institution he brought into play. Yes, you can't take that from him. He laid some foundation, of this current political system we are now, the current dispensation. There's some landmark institution Obasanjo put in place. He brought NDC in place, EFCC, and National Commission. He brought all this DSM. So there's some things Obasanjo actually brought into place that show that he was actually, a nationalist. And when he watched his appointments, the appointment cut across the whole nation. He puts people in charge of places, and so that means, during his own tenure, Nigeria recorded some lifetime. He paid all the debts. That's why, he let Nigeria debt free. So you can credit some achievement to Obasanjo when he was in power, but as well he's talking in that same vein that while he's still alive, all these good achievements that he recorded during his own tenure, he will still come back and Nigeria will still become a great again.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Laji.
Yes, thank you very much.
Mr. Chinedu, you are welcome this morning. Before we continue, I would like to give some of our viewers, Miss Precious Ikedi, you are welcome to Flip TV. Good morning. Summit Finance Loan. Good morning, the house. This is live from SC. Okay.
South Africa, yeah. South Africa.
King Joe Ogba, good morning.
King Joe, good morning. Thank you yesterday.
Yeah.
King Joe, for my birthday.
So, Mr. Chinedu, let's go down to business. Asari Dokubo blows out once against Fubara'S impeachment. As government shot Fubara'S supporters. So, Asari Dokubo is blowing out. Like, government, they are killing Fubara'S supporters. And they are also crying for the impeachment of Fubara. What can you say about this?
I've always been on the side of reality and on the side of justice. I will never support this Nigerian judiciary. I will never support impunity. I will never support oppression, suppression, because the Igbo people, the Biafrans, are victims of oppression and suppression. But I can say one word, that one day the children of the oppressed will rise.
Do you think the Igbo nation has been suppressed, like
of course, it's the federal government, no, the Northerners, no. They say everybody must join APC if we don't want marginalization. That is a treasonable felony. But away from that, I don't want to take Asari Dokubo on this factor, because I don't see him as a force from my own direction on what is going to happen in Rivers State, But I can tell you that as at yesterday, the Igbo communities, the entire Igbo communities of Rivers State issued a press statement that there will be no impeachment whatsoever against Fubara.
So do you mean Fubara cannot be impeached anymore?
Brother, as I'm talking to you now, the Attorney General of the state has gone on indefinite leave. Because I said it, Fubara is a gentleman. After there was a peace deal between Fubara, Wike, and of course, Tinubu, Asari, Fubara implemented that memo agreement, but Wike never implemented one. One of those things he did was to withdraw an appeal from the court in respect to the decision they reached at Asari. Wike have never done anyone. And we want to see how those lawmakers that is being believed to be powered by the Supreme Court, what they are going to do. 48 hours has elapsed. Present the budget within 48 hours. 48 hours lawmakers, that's their name. They are now 48 hours lawmakers. That's what we call them now. Now because anywhere you go, you say 48 lawmakers. They are the one we are talking about, because everything about them is 48 hours. President commissioners, 48 hours. do local government election, 48 hours. Present budget, 48 hours. Impeach Fubara, 48 hours. Bring this one, 48 hours. Sign document, 48 hours. Everything about them is 48 hours.
So who do you think may be behind the shooting of Fubara'S supporters? Because it has been seen that government is shooting supporters.
Yeah, there can be flying eye stories up and down until we come from we will look at it from a reliable source. But I can tell you that currently now, Fubara is enjoying 80% support of Rivers State people. I repeat, somebody say Fubara should resign and get away.
So supporting like
everyone, all the groups I monitored their activities in Rivers State as of yesterday are support, including the Igbo people, including Ndoki, Ndoni, Ogoni people, Bomadi, Patani, Isheki, all of them, even those who are not, they are all equal people, they are all supporting Fubara. So I want to tell you that the man is ready to leave the war because it has become war until Tinubu and Wike understand that they cannot defeat the people. And remember that even if you want to win Rivers State 2027, it is the governor that you will liaise with and not a minister that is on appointment. Wike is on appointment. This governor you are seeing was legitimately, democratically elected. I don't know how Tinubu's administration is being advised on issues of political conquest. Using the judicial, then it has become very clearly now that this judgment by the Supreme Court was manipulated. This one, you don't need anybody to tell you. From all ramification, you know that the Supreme Court judgment was well tailored.
So you think maybe someone was behind the judgment of Supreme Court?
100%. Tinubu and Wike are the ones behind that judgment.
Wike is even among.
Of course, what is happening in Rivers State, you have to look at Wike first, then you have to look at Tinubu second. Two of them knows what is happening in Rivers State.
But before now, Wike and Fubara, they are in support of each other. Like Wike supported Fubara from the beginning. But now maybe you think something may be going on?
No, it was Fubara that was the engine room of Wike's administration for 8 years as the state accountant. Everything that has been done in that state was as a result of the efficiency of leadership of Fubara. And given the arrangement so far, the Ijaw people has never produced governor. It was the Igbo side that always produced governor. The coastal side, the riverine area have not produced governor. It is the Igbo people that has produced governor. I'm being honest to you. Now a riverine man has become governor. And not only that, Fubara is from Opopo. Opopo is Igbo. Then he said, commissioners, you are the one that appointed all the whole commissioners. Then you are the one that bought the form for all the lawmakers. Fubara has no one. Now allow him to enjoy his mandate with his people. You said you are interested in the allocation. How much are you will be giving me? This is a state fund.
Mr. Chinede, I want to take you on a journey now. So I think you can flow with me. I want you to go back to history. Like, where does that name Biafra started from? Like, what brings that name?
Yes. A lot of people say it is Paul Opugo that gave the name Biafra. And Paul Opugo happens to be one of the advisors of the Eastern Region government as at that time. Came from the Ijaw Aziz, Bayelsa, precisely. That time there was no Bayelsa. It was the Aziz that was called Bight of Biafra. There was no Bayelsa there. They called that place completely, that place entirely, Bight of Biafra. But now they remove Biafra and say it is Bight of Bonny. No problem. But if you look at what Falando was talking about Biafra, that's the first Portuguese explorer, Fernando Po, yeah, if I can remember his name very well, wrote about Biafra. Biafra. Do you know that the name Biafra is still somewhere in Portugal?
In Portugal?
Yeah, presently now. Lagos is also in Portugal. They might not be the same spelling. Well, the one we have in Portugal is Luo. The one we have here is
But
LA.
Biafra is for Igbo nation. Does Igbo nation live there as well?
No, I want to give you an insight on how the name, the ideology, the name of Biafra came about. That it was not Igbo people that brought the name Biafra. It was not Nigeria. It was not an Englishman that brought the name Biafra. Biafra came as a result of existence. Listen, Biafra is a name given to existence, the first existence, organized existence on earth. That kingdom was established by a man called Seth. Because if you look at the write-up of Fernando Po from the Portuguese explorer, what he was saying that there was a kingdom, because there was a time, everything about the history of the world was wiped away from the surface of the earth for centuries. I can tell you, go and read history.
Mr. King, please.
Okay.
Someone is asking about the anchorman. The anchorman is not around. I'm the cameraman, so I'm the one behind the camera always. So he's not around today. He was called yesterday that he lost his uncle, so he had to go there. So he won't be around for today alone. Maybe by tomorrow he will be here.
Yes, everyone will be here tomorrow. He lost a very close person, and he needed to go there and pay homage to the deceased. We are sorry for that. I think it would have been announced earlier than this. Let me also use this opportunity to celebrate somebody from Italy that promised me something yesterday. I want to also celebrate King Joe, the king himself, for that
King
support.
For that support. Good morning, Mr. Chile.
Thank you. King Joe, thank you so much for that support. Honestly, I didn't believe it, but it happened. Courtesy of the Palace of the Palace. We are here, that is why we are here today. So let me continue from where I stand, from where I was trying to give an insight on how the Biafra as a name came about. If you look at the ancient histories, we're talking about 17th century, 15th century, 13th century, you still find the name Biafra. There was no Nigeria then.
So Biafra came before the name Nigeria.
More than how many centuries Biafra as a name has been existing. And if you look at the location of Biafra, you discover that the kingdom that was controlled by Seth as at that time was called Biafra. So in between that era to where the explorers, the kingdom of now fell on the side of the Portuguese, when the Portuguese became, they be colonial masters. Portugal. Portugal has colonized the world. During that era, that was when this man, the Fernando, came and discovered that there were pieces of documents that referred to a kingdom, the first kingdom on earth called Biafra.
So if the Biafra comes first before Nigeria, why is Biafra still under Nigeria?
Biafra was shared. Nigeria, see, let me tell you what actually happened. The white men came, they never cancelled the arrangement and discovery of the Portuguese. They didn't cancel it because there were remnants. So what they did was to re-establish that name between Gulf of Guinea and the ancient Ethiopian miners. Up to today, they still bear the name Biafra. If you go to that Aziz. So it was the same water that flew to Bayelsa. That is why they called it Bight of Biafra. Look at where it is coming from. The same water from there is what flew to Bayelsa, and that is why they called it the Bight of Biafra. But in 1885, in Berlin, when the world wanted to share Africa, all the white people, everybody gathered that it's time to share Africa because Africa never sees, or maybe they never see road, or I don't know what they mean by sharing Africa. So there was a man that sent a delegate today that later became Lord Lugard of Nigeria. That time, Lord Lugard was somewhere in Congo, ancient Congo. There in those days, Shanghai Empire, whatever the rubbish they call. You understand what I'm saying? He was the one that sent a delegate to Berlin that the British government, the French government should be aware of a particular people called the Igbo people. There was a British spy that was sent to Berlin conference where Africa was shared. Everywhere in Africa was shared there today. That was where they submitted the report about an Igbo man, an Igbo race, that these people and the Lord Lugard and the British government at that time put asterisks. They want to know these people. Already, there's a report by the Portuguese concerning the Igbo people. So to tell you, so that was when they now shared Africa, there was amalgamation. Listen though, there was amalgamation. That amalgamation now led to Nigeria as a name. That was how Biafra came under Nigeria. But if you come to the recess of it, Biafra as a name is older than Nigeria. And why would the ancient missionaries name these people? Do you understand what I'm saying? There must be one or two things they were able to discover before they say that these people from this ISIS behave like this. It's not we that said that this is what we be. It is people that we are colonizing at that time.
What is the meaning of that Biafra? What is the meaning?
Biafra, if you look at that word, B-I, if you go to Bible they say they write B-I-Y. There's what they call consonant, there's what they call vowel. In pronunciation, like if you go to Ghana now, instead of we say come, Ghana say cab. You see the difference now. So if you are going to translate that sound in writing, how would you put it? Some will write C-O and put the hyphen, whatever they are going to do. Some will say C-A and put. So we even tell you say it's C-Y. No, you don't know different things. So we will tell C-E, M-A, SIM, or whatever they call it. So can you say C-A-M-A? Or na come, whatever you pronounce it. So if there's some places in the Bible you see Baitani. That word by, B-I, means two. What an English word. Go and find out. Then fra or afara means togetherness. So that's why they said, when you see the wisdom of these people, it is connecting to what it was from the beginning. That's what they say, United States of Biafra. Meaning that the name Biafra means coming together of something that's more than one. That's the meaning. As simple as that.
But we've seen Ojukwu, he agitated for Biafra, that they want to go. So maybe something happened then, he was not able to achieve that aim. We've seen in Americano, he was agitating. Why the people that are agitating for Biafra, why are they always arrested?
They come from, you see, one of the things we needed to do, let me give Mike there, please. One of the things we needed to do is we need to understand, we need to understand what it means when you said that I am leading a section. And before Ojukwu led a section, the first killing of the Igbos started in 1953, before independence. The first killing. The killing is not one, no, I go enter person's house, I go, no. You know, mass killing, serial killing started officially in 1953. So, on that note, Ojukwu advocated that this thing should stop. And the only person, I don't give Owazirike to give her. You understand? So that killing was not stopped. And Ojukwu was questioning, you know, what actually is the, the highest respected military general as at that time was General Ankara, or Lieutenant General Ankara, or Lieutenant Brigadier Ankara, but he was an army officer from Ghana that demanded that all of them appear in Ghana and the issue should be sorted out. Then, when all of them came and the issue was agreed, Gowon came back and refused to abide by the rules. And not only that, he didn't stop the killing. So the killing continued. That was how Ojukwu got Biafra. But unfortunately, at that point of having Biafra, the world ganged up against Biafra as a nation. Yes, everybody. Everybody. The only country that we are coming to aid for Nigeria was maybe Tanzania or Haiti, some of these things, where they have. Unfortunately, the only country Israel would have supported, but Israel was at war that period, the same 1967. So Biafra fought the world for complete 3-4 years and lost over 6 million people. The reason for that war has not been settled to this moment, and that is why we are seeing the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course, it's expected.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS detention. So why is the Igbo nation not protesting? At least there should be a protest that this is our brother, should be released.
We have done that, you understand, and to the extent we'll declare Monday sit at home as a solidarity to what happened. We'll call world attention to the plight of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has successfully, globalized and registers Biafran consciousness all over the world currently now. One thing we must give it to him. That's one thing we must give it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The popularity of Biafra all over the world. We must give it to him. There's no nation, there's no country. 88 countries of the world, you see IPOB members closer to the government. Those things you are seeing there are bilateral and image laundering. In Israel, they are there. In Canada, they are there. In America, everywhere. Mention France, Germany, China, Taiwan. Mention all of them. You see them there. Courtesy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has done something, And the people that heard him was not actually what they think would happen. Obama was involved. Joe Biden was involved. Buhari was involved. Tinubu was involved. You can see how they breached international Commonwealth rules to arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
So do you think it's really Buhari that wanted to arrest him, or is someone that is pushing, maybe someone is behind that?
No, the glamour, they know that the guy is an obstacle. He was exposing now. I think the last broadcast Nnamdi Kanu did before he left to Kenya, Nnamdi Kanu traveled all over the world. You see him in China, you see him in Japan, you see him in Malaysia, you see him in Indonesia. Anywhere all over the world, he was moving, he was going, he was marketing, he was engaging in solidarity visits for people to understand the need we should have Biafra. That was what he was doing all over the world. So the clamp down you are seeing is to continue to project Islamization and Fulanization in Nigeria.
Okay,
that was the reason of that clamp down.
Leaving that part, maybe we'll continue the story another day. So we should continue. The Khan has come out to say that we should pray for our wise leaders. So the wise is there, like we should pray for wise. Do we really have wise leaders in Nigeria?
I don't know the measurement, the yardstick, or we are from the angling their prayer, You see, praying for wise leaders. I don't know what they mean by wise leaders. I don't know. I've not, wise leaders. Well, I think they are trying to play the role of a religious body, by aligning with the Christian faith to pray in all ramification, whether it is good or bad. That's what the Bible says. That's what our faith says.
Is it really our leaders we should pray for Nigeria as a whole?
No, we should pray for everything and make our requests and supplications known to God. I can pray for anybody, but my supplication and my request should be, God, let there be demarcation. Let us separate. Because God himself said, I will separate chaff from the wheat. It's not the Bible that said it. It's not the God that said it. I will separate chaff from the wheat. It's the Bible that said it. So if I am doing that kind of a thing, in my own way, the one that God said I should do, I should make requests and make my supplications known to him. I will tell him to divide Nigeria. As simple as that.
Our viewers, please, as you are watching, please kindly like the program and share to others. A few days ago at Obasanjo's birthday celebration, he was saying, in his 88th birthday celebration, he was saying that in my lifetime, Nigeria will be great again. Maybe Nigeria was not good before or something like that. So he was saying that Nigeria will be great again in his own lifetime while he was still alive. So my question is, when he was still the president, was Nigeria great?
I think to an extent, we know that Nigeria has never been palatable when, even right from independence to when Shagari came, Buhari came, Tinubu, all of Obasanjo came, to when Obasanjo finally returned, took over power from the military juntas as at that time, you know. But I can tell you that Obasanjo also was part of the problem Nigeria had, because we know what Fela said about him. You know, Obasanjo, international, you know, there are a lot of things. We know what they, you know, but at a point in someone's life, you come to repentance, accepted. I think to a certain level, Obasanjo realized that there were dangerous mistakes made in the past and needed to be corrected. So when he came back in 1999, 3 major ethnic lords rose from Nigeria. We have the OPC, we have the Masob, and we have the Arewas. They were demanding regionalism, they were demanding autonomy, they wanted to be autonomous, they want to control and have a central system. The same thing that Gunm rejected in Aburi. Obasanjo continued to manage that situation until a time it became very clear that he has to bring in experts from all over the world. That's when we start hearing people like, you know, Okonjo-Iweala and the rest of them, you know, the different people who knows what to do at any point in time. So Obasanjo was able to create some stability in the government as at that time, create some institutions, make some things stable. There were debts all over the world. You know, he did some kind charismatic things. You know, as a leader. You know, there was federal character, there was federal system. Everything was. You know, there was no muscling anybody. You know, apart from the issue he has in the Senate. But to an extent, Obasanjo was able to, do one or two things that has become a legacy to him. Anytime, any day. So talking about Nigeria will be okay in his lifetime, I think it's a direct wish. It's a motivation speech. It's a motivation talk. A motivation speech? Yeah, it's a motivation talk. He's trying to encourage himself. You know that wow, this is not get as easy, but it's okay. Let us see how it goes. You know, I wish it will be okay. Because Obasanjo himself knows there's a problem.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chinedu. Thanks for coming. Mr. Asiasa. Yeah. Good morning to please our viewers as you are watching, please kindly like the program and share to others, comment as well.
Good morning to all our viewers. Good morning, Kinjo Ogwa. Good morning, Omodua, Mr. Ukoje, and Mr. Tunde Okafo, and many others. We love you. May God bless all of you. May God bless all our viewers. You are welcome.
Okay, Mr. Asiasa, let's start with this. Schools are shutting down in the north because of Ramadan. Like schools in the north, the students there are no more going to school because of Ramadan. And normally Ramadan would take maybe 30 days or more than for the celebration of Ramadan period.
Nigerian politicians, everybody has known them. They are self-centered people. Everything centered on them.
So you mean they want
anything to their own side? Anything that they can use to promote themselves and to make people to see them as good people, they will do it. They will do it. But Nigerian population and the Nigerian masses, you will be surprised. Our way, the way we behave, we don't ask ourselves questions. Anything that comes up, you will see Nigeria, they will start to dance. I was discussing with somebody that say, Soludo say no woman should come out without wearing bra. And somebody started to say, Soludo, yeah, he will be the best governor. I asked this person, why? He said women should not wear, should always wear bra. And I asked myself, what is your problem? What concerns a governor with women wearing bra or not wearing bra? Has a governor become a pastor? There are work that should be done by pastors and Christians and families. And you are saying, according to what I heard, but later on I started to hear another thing. You are saying any woman that doesn't have bra, arrest the woman. Is that what people need? Is it that very one that will quench hunger in Nigeria? Is it that one that will stop the hiking price of everything? Is it a women bra that will stop insecurity in Nigeria and it will uplift economic of Nigeria? No. But you have a great man that I congratulate, a great man that I appreciate, who don't make noise. The governor of Abia State.
So he doesn't...
No noise. He concentrated on developing his state and fighting for security in his state. To give them constant light and make his state a very comfortable state where people can live and be comfortable. This man is not acting like any primitive human being. No. He is doing it well. But looking at him that is performing well, it doesn't make noise. It doesn't make noise. When you give people what they want, people will respect you and there will be order. So coming to the question you asked me, there will be no school in the north for 5 weeks or more than. In the name of religion, people will start to dance and say, long live to our governors that are keeping our children in darkness, that are taking our children back to primitive world, when the rest of the world are fighting to grow and to fit. What concerns religion with a school of little children or education? What
So
concerns
if that kind of law is being brought to the southeast or the southwest, what do you think will be happening? Like, what is your take on that? If that kind of law of no going to school during Ramadan.
Madness. Let me tell you, madness. A person can be mad. Maybe the madness at the level at which he doesn't comb his hair again. The madness can be at the level that his clothes, he can wear a tear cloth and be moving around. But madness become very, very powerful when woman be naked himself, completely even without a pint. So if that law is in all the state of Nigeria, know that the madness has become very, very open.
Mr.
So those people,
by his greeting that Mr. Siasa, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, my brother.
Ms. Buki Ashkop, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Young Nwokoro, good morning, everyone in the house is greeting us.
Good morning.
So you can continue.
So the governor that is giving you holidays for Ramadan, remember that all their families are in the Western world. And there is no holiday, they are studying. There is no Ramadan holidays. They are occupied educating themselves. They are occupied schooling. And they by the time they will finish their education, and by the time they are improving and growing in education, those people that they are giving holiday for Ramadan will remain showing. They will remain, they will remain, I've forgotten the word. They will remain, let's say, in darkness. And then when they want next governor, their children that have something in their brain will come to replace them as governor. And you who don't have education capacity, you will not be qualified. You and your children remain in darkness, and they will continue to rule. So their children at abroad, they are doing well there, and they will come back and replace their father with their certificate. And you that they gave holidays for Ramadan, I don't know what will be your condition. So those people are self-centered people. Anything that they can do to distract the people and they promote their political career, they will do it. And that is what is happening. what concern religion with education?
Someone is asking about Mr. Agilwan. He said, where is my junior brother Agilwan? Yesterday when he was on live here, he was called on the phone. A message dropped in his phone that he lost his uncle. So he had to, and they are Muslim, so he had to go there. He's not present here today, but tomorrow he will be present here.
Okay. So what we are telling you, let me finish this, that Nigeria is even divided. Nobody is dividing Nigeria. Nigerians have divided Nigeria. Even politicians have divided everything.
Okay, Mr. Omoyebi is asking you that Mr. Asiasa, how can Nigerians put an end to all these corruptions mess?
The only solution, we have said it, is everybody to go his way. We have been fighting for this for so long. Yes.
Who not mean in Nigeria?
No, what I mean is that Oduduwa Republic should go and answer the name, their father's name, enjoy themselves in their free country. Ariwa will go and answer their father's name, and Biafrans will go. Because we have been making this in Igbo to say hebe, 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 hebe. We have been, and it's fella that say they gabaru. We don't gabaru this thing for so long. It doesn't hold. Every time the thing is getting from bad to worse. See what is happening now. Ramadan. We have never had this before. Ramadan holidays. People will not go for school for 5 weeks. Okay, and the thing is coming down. They are promoting it everywhere. Sharia law, this and that and that. Boko Haram are killing, herdsmen are killing, people that call themselves one nation. It doesn't work. This thing don't move. Let everybody go and answer his father's name. Then, if you want to give holidays for Ramadan in Arewa Republic, you do it there. It will not concern Yoruba land. It will not concern Igbo land. That one will be your own, will I say, your own cup of tea. But this thing, they are forcing everybody everywhere. My brothers and sisters in Nigeria, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We have done our best to, look, see a country where servants don't listen to their masters.
Who are the servants, who are the masters?
The masters are the people who voted you. They are the people you will fight to satisfy and to do that which they vote you for. But today, the masses are there to satisfy their leaders and not their leaders to fulfill their promise. And that it has always been that and like that in Nigeria. Today you can't come out for protest. You suffer and die without saying a word. You suffer and die without saying a word. Because if you try to come out, machine gun will fool everywhere. If you try to say this pain is too much, police, army will come on your head. So this thing is not working. Nigerians have divided Nigeria. Let everybody go his way. If we are united, you cannot. What are herdsmen doing in the bush? Killing their fellow Nigerians everywhere. In Enugu, they rape women, if you see how they treated women beings, and it has been on and on like that in the name of unity. This unity that is flowing with tears and blood every blessed day. Can't you understand that this thing is not working? Every time we come out, you say unity, unity, unity. After you will see Boko Haram will come out, new terrorists will come out, Fulani herdsmen will come out, everything, religion, go. We don't have language of unity. We don't have religion of unity. We don't have tradition of unity. And when you call people to come down so that we can try to see how to manage ourselves, to have, they are playing politics. Nothing is going, nothing is moving. This thing is not favoring anybody. Instead of all to finish to kill ourselves, let us try to work for peace. Let everybody go outside as far as they
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, women.
Let's talk. You talk after you. Good morning, Mr.
Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence, the law.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to bystanders at the newsstand this morning. Asari Dokubo blows out wars against Fubara'S impeachment as government shot Fubara'S supporters. So it has been seen that Asari Dokubo is blowing out, like he's warning impeachment against Fubara. And gunmen were seen shooting Fubara'S supporters. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, you know what is going on in Rivers State is hand of federal government.
It's the hand of federal government.
Yes, because of the former governor of Rivers State is what? Wike, and Wike is working under favor of Ahmed Tinubu.
So you think maybe Tinubu is supporting Wike to affect?
No, besides I think Tinubu supporting Wike 100%. What is happening in Rivers State? You know what Tinubu said? Number one, when Alessot is working in Abia State, he said that as far as 2027 concerned, he must capture Abia State. That is not only Rivers State, but the problem Wike is having now that his people already do waiting.
So his people are against him now?
Yes. None of Rivers States that have in good time with Wike.
So no one is supporting
Wike, yes.
Where is he getting that power from?
I said
From Tinubu.
from Ahmed Tinubu, APC. APC. Because they want everybody to be APC for Nigeria. And it cannot happen. And the Rivers State cannot ever support APC regime. The one that happened in 2023, it's a mistake. They think that they want to use it and wicked the Igbos. And they use it and kill themselves. Because Peter Obi win election 2023 in Rivers State. But they carried the election and give APC. Now Wike brought Fubara to be governor of Rivers State. But you don't know that they carry nail, put for ground. Can't use your leg, do it, step on it. It is Fubara is just a quiet
So you are
person.
saying APC wants to dominate?
Everywhere. Nigeria. Look at Edo. What happened? Look at Benin. What happened? Imo State. What happened? And so many states now. What is Tinubu is doing is, you know that 2027 will be very tough for him, but we want to clear roads. Whether he like it or not, he will win 2027. But
how
to
come
me,
Tinubu is also winning the Igbo land?
now the reason why Tinubu is winning Igbo land like APC is only Imo State Abi. One that they carry artificial person, put there. Somebody is number 4, come be governor in Imo State. Selfish interest, the Fulanis, they are using it. Are you getting me? It's not that Igbo purposely vote that person. The person Igbo vote for Igbo land, who? Governor of Imo State, the governor of Abia State, and come to Imo State, Ihedora. But federal power, they remove Ihedora put. That's what wants to happen in the Rivers State again. And the Rivers State people see that what happened for Imo State cannot repeat again in the Rivers State. Because since that happened in Imo State never had peace. Till today. And they want to repeat that thing in the Rivers State. Let me shock you now. Rivers State, 75% of Rivers State, they are mafians.
Mafians?
Yes. 75% of Rivers. If that means you can go Rivers State and say like few months, you use your eye and see. Remember when Yar'Adua is a president of Nigeria? Yar'Adua called those men. Come, let's settle. You see men, they come outside with enough arms. The federal government cannot do them anything. You settle with them, lie down with them. They do what? They submit some arms that which state in Nigeria can do it. But let's what is and Wike is doing. Wike is just playing. Fubara they cannot impeach Fubara. As far as the people in Rivers State supported him, the ex-former governor of Rivers State, all of them, former governor of Rivers State, all of them support Fubara. That is show that Fubara is not going anywhere. Whether Tulumbu or no Tulumbu, is not going anywhere.
Someone is asking you a question, Mr. Honorable Uduaghan. He's saying, please, Mr. Lawrence, how can the peoples in this country put an end to their corruption mess about this is their highest builder by taking over the powerhouse, which is INEC and the judiciary? What is your take on that?
She said that.
How can the people in this country put an end to their corruption and mess about this, their highest builder by taking over the powerhouse, which is INEC and judiciary? What is your take on that?
That is number one, that when you know that this thing belongs to you and you need to fight to achieve that thing. If you are a hunter, you want to kill a lion, you see the lion and you see rats, you see goats and small animals, and your target is to kill that lion. Are you going to pursue those small animals first? Your target is what? Focus to the lion. The reason why I said that, those our politicians, senator or whatever, they are the lion. But we, Nigerians, the youth, they want to make Nigeria to be okay. Are you still watching and looking, collecting those small donuts those lions giving you?
But I don't think the youth really has the power to go against the government.
Listen, you don't have the power to kill lion, but you have target to kill the lion. He must sacrifice many things before achieve to kill that lion.
But they sacrifice some of their souls.
Now Biafra, listen, in the world, in any country, anywhere in the world, is this America you are listening? America already do a lot of sacrifice before America want them be in the world. We Nigerians, we are never ready. Nigeria youth, we are never ready
but they
to achieve.
During NSAS.
Protest what? Protest what? For how many days? No, for how many days?
They were there for like 3 days.
3 days for how many? Let me tell you one thing. When you want to achieve something, like our leader Martin and can tell us, he said that we will achieve Biafra, then go kill us. Then go kill us, we go kill them. And we will do it, we will achieve that. We must use blood to wash the ground. But what our prayer that? Let we that among the people who enter the promised land. Because everybody will die. Before Israel enter promised land, they do what? The same thing happen. Before Christ make me and you know about God, openly, you do what? He shed the blood. That blood drop on the ground. That is number 10. To we the Nigerians, the youth, let's stop collecting that rat, goat, chicken. They are just confuse us to know to kill that lion. We need to shoot that lion to achieve what we are looking for. That is our Nigeria youth. That answers you see is just a tata music. The whole Nigeria youth, whether Yorubas, whether it be Hausa, whether it be Igbo, whether you draw anywhere you from come, they want Nigeria to be okay. The whole youth must come out. But the funny thing that whether we come as the foundation in Nigeria is very bad. The only solution we have this country is what? To divide this Nigeria. That's what I myself, Lawrence, praying to Nigeria to divide. We'll make Africa and Nigeria to be great for the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Law. He has been here before you.
No.
He has been here
Wait, I know, but this guy is supposed to
Hey, you talk now, please. Good morning, the Waymaker.
Good morning, thank you.
You're welcome to Flip TV and please political sense. So, what do you think may be the issue between Fubara and Wike? Because it was Wike that brought Fubara to this governor that he is now. It was Wike. He supported him from the start, but now he's going back against him. So, what do you think may be the issue between the two?
The issue between Wike and Fubara is greedy. Wike is greedy, and that's what's causing this a lot of people. Wike is the greedy man because why I say Wike is greedy this morning is that if you look at when Wike was a governor of Rivers State from 2015 to 2019, Wike fought every politician in Rivers State. Even when Amechi was a minister to Buhari, Wike fought him to an extent that they did not allow Amechi to step leg into Rivers State. And the good part of it that why we respect Buhari this morning that Buhari is far better in terms of democracy than this Tinubu.
So Buhari is better, but we are complaining that time.
Oh, listen, I know when it comes to democracy, managing democracy, Buhari is far better. When the Wike, who was busy abusing Buhari then, despite that, Buhari did not say because of that he will join hands with Amechi to remove Wike. He allowed democracy to go to Edo State, where Obaseki was also in opposition. He used almost 4 or 5 members to finish his first tenure. Buhari did not intervene. If not the backup of Buhari that Wike is using, I tell you that Wike cannot win this country. Why am I saying this? The Jagaban, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we call Jagaban in Lagos, that have ruled Lagos State for many years, despite his level, he is still listening to leaders, political leaders in Lagos State. That's why he
is there any other political leader that are bigger than him in Lagos State?
Oh, no, not that they might be bigger, but he have a listening ear. He will consult. He does not just impose things on the leader. And that's why in the case of Ambode, where Ambode was not allowed to go to the second tenure, he said, I'm not the one, he's the other. And the others claim that we are the one. So as I speak to you now, in Rivers State, nobody is fighting with Wike. No past governor that is with Wike on this mission. No. He has fought everybody, both Odili, who brought him, both Jonathan wife that brought him. Wike has fought everybody. But the only thing Wike is using now, because he knows that, as I told you earlier, that it's greedy, self-centered, that is making them to fight this. He knows that Tinubu needs him most in 2027. And you know that Tinubu will not have option, that Tinubu will support him. You know how he maneuvered the election in 2023 for Tinubu. So he knows that Tinubu is going to need him in Rivers State, and that's why Tinubu too is trying all his possible best to make sure that he stay in the side of Wike. But I want to tell you that it's not going to go well, because the south side is not the southwest. The south, if you like, pack the whole army, go Rivers State, it will not stop the job people not to come out to protest what they believe in. It is only Yoruba here you can see the way what they did to Ambode. They will keep me, Baba Tisokwe, Baba say everybody they fear. Not be south block. He go reach extent if Tinubu not take care. Tinubu no fit step like in Rivers State. He go get where he go reach. The president of the country, you know, you just say Nigeria boy, joy dey there. I am only disappointed in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu because the way he's handling things, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in the sense that late Yaradua, I keep referring to late Yaradua, may his soul rest in perfect peace. When Yaradua came, he saw the crisis in Niger Delta. What did he do? He sent Jonathan to that place to go and make peace. When he died, even when Jonathan, did you hear anything about militant? He said to him. Now, Tinubu came and met few problems. One of the biggest problems he made was the case of Mazen Amdekano by declaring the IPOP as a terrorist, which is not supposed to be. The Fulanis who are busy killing, raping people, they leave them aside by declaring the IPOP, which means the indigenous people of Biafra, by declaring them a terrorist. As I speak to you, no world, no any country in the world that knows that IPOP is a terrorist. You get my point? We saw situation in Enugu day before yesterday where mothers, they came out in numbers, they were crying. What these Fulani people are doing, they even use stick to be poking their, oh my God. I feel like crying when I was watching. Are you telling me the federal government is not seeing that video? Are you telling me the state government is not seeing that video? But yet, people who busy protecting their people, you declare them the terrorists. Let me shock the world and everybody that's looking to me. I am not saying what Samuel Ekpan is doing in Finland is correct. I'm not here to judge. But since federal government has seen Samuel Ekpan not to speak to Biafra, do you now know that the Fulani bandit, they now have the full audacity to enter the southeast and killing people and raping people? Last few weeks ago, we heard that they went to Eboy. They killed over 30 Jews that were ready to go to church. They are now in Enugu women now, they are protesting. They are crying of what these bandits, Fulani bandits are doing. What is the government doing about that? When Samuel Ekpa was active on online, did you hear anything like that? So that's to justify to you that These people are only trying to protect their regions. They are not terrorists. What prompted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to form ESM at the first place? Did he form ESM to face Nigerian soldiers? Did he form ESM to force Nigerian police? The answer is so. It's still the same peaceful Fulani men that we are taking over the bush, the corridor of Southeast. And so I cannot fold my hands. If these governors, maybe probably it is the Fulani people that sponsored them to be a governor, yes, and they kept quiet for them to allow their people to be key. Let me form the ESM. And that's how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed ESM, to defend his people. Now that the federal government has succeedingly kidnapped during Buhari government, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, over to 4 to 5 years now, Samuel Ekpan has been deprived not to speak. Look at the audacity the Fulani headmen have now, killing the Igbos in numbers, raping their women, and no governor. As I speak to you, Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, that is the chairman of the APC governor, is setting aside now to organize a Hajj for the Muslim people in Imo State. If you ask me, Muslims in Imo State, they are not up to 5%. I'm not here to discuss about religion. Everybody is free to practice his or her religion. But trying to impose what is not real on your people is bad. How many times have you seen the Fulani people organize Christian in the north for them to go to Jerusalem to go and pray? Who has caused these Igbo leaders? Who has laid curse on them? Even if they make you the governor of your people, will you treat your people like this? And this is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that said he will never back up on this war, that he will use his last blood to fight this. That's why I respect that man. I'm not an Igbo, but when you see people who are fighting for legitimate, who are fighting for the country, I appreciate that person. I keep telling people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only fighting for Igbo, he's fighting for Yoruba, he's fighting for the Middle Belt, he's fighting for Hausa, because the moment the Biafra get their freedom, everybody will adjust. One of the reasons why the Northern Fulanis are behaving shenanigans is because of the nose that Nigeria is one. At the end of the month, they will go to Abuja to collect their share. And that's why they have the audacity to close down schools because of Ramadan fasting and tell you that, yeah, we are fasting. Let the whole school close.
So if that kind of law is being brought to maybe southwest or southeast, they are not going to school during Ramadan, what do you think will happen?
It cannot be possible. But as I speak to you now, the Hope Uzodinma, the imposter, but because that's how I pay it, because up to now, the court has not explained to us what makes Hope Uzodinma the fourth person to be number one as a governor. It's still a record that the judiciary has break that nobody has able to explain to us. That's why we are saying that may God continue blessing Dele Faro Timi for the book he wrote. As I speak right now, Nigeria have three arms of government: the legislature, the executive, the judiciary. But as I speak to you now, executive is the only one that is functioning both in federal and state. Overall. The federal government has pocketed the judiciary and the legislature. Also, governors has also pocketed the judiciary and the legislature. Whatever they say is final. And that's why you see that the judiciary, they now interpret money. They are not interpreting law. We are not here to say it. We are not afraid to say it. The judiciaries, most of them, they interpret money when money is involved. They are no more interpreting law. And that's why we are saying that this is going to be a harm to our democracy. As we speak, this is no longer a country. A country where doctors are now running to UK to go and do caregiver. Doctors are now going to UK to do the security. And we are saying this is a danger to democracy. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should do the needful. Forget about 2027 and do the needful, because these are the exactly what keep President Jonathan, instead of Jonathan to focus on how to develop his region or to where he come from, how to make sure he builds seaport in Southeast. Jonathan refused to do it. He was busy building a Arimajari school in the north to please the north. But at the end of the day, in 2015, what happened? The North poured speed in the space. That's Schengen Barao. We don't want.
So let's go with this. Mr. King George by saying, I love this man. He's never biased. He's always saying the truth. Nigeria Bill is saying you are talking rubbish. There's religious tolerance in every civilized world. And Ogunjim is saying, I hope this guy do check. Okay. Someone is asking a question. He says, sir, how can we put an end to all this corruption mess of fatalism concerning this, because the peoples of Nigeria are suffering all this corruption mess?
We cannot put an end to corruption in Nigeria. Why? Because of say they will bring tribe. The 8 years of Buhari was wasted. But the Northerners did not come out to speak because they believed that Buhari was their people. When Buhari funded the banks, Fulani will go to bank and buy cheap dollars and they come outside to sell high dollars. That's why you see they have almost banned everywhere in Agege in Lagos State because they make huge of money under Buhari government. Now that it is the turn of Tinubu and Yoruba, do you expect the Yoruba people to come and say Tinubu to you? The answer is no. In as much they still keep us one this country, you cannot fight these corrupt people. Have you never seen where Yoruba senator, Igbo senator, Hausa senator are throwing blow because of your interest in the National Assembly? The answer is no. When it comes to sharing the national cake, they know how to share it. But when it comes to politics, that is now where they join our hands together. Ofelo vote for Omo Igbo. Oh, Nita Afue Olori Buruku. Igbo man goes, you want to go vote for Omo Yoruba? It don't go better for you. They are just using this means to divide the youth so that we will not come out in one voice and fight these old takers. These old takers, they have taken this country to be their country and they have murdered our future. These are the things they did to our father, and up to as I was born, my father tell me that it go better. But now, am I also repeating the same language to my children? It go better. When it go better? Until we're ready to take our destiny into our hands. Before we go, I told you people before 2023 election that two things, that whether Peter Obi, whether Atiku, whether this grab and win power that is in the Asari Rock now is the one that win. That if they did not do these two things, Nigeria cannot be better. These are the two things. One, if either you restructure this country or you divide this country, let everybody go. But any president that came in that refused to do these two things, it cannot do any magic. If you like, bring angel from heaven to come and rule this country with this current structure, it cannot work because they are building on faulty foundation. The foundation is faulty. We need the foundation to be destroyed so that we can build afresh. The Bible says if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous have to destroy the foundation and start building. And that's why Biafra are fighting, that they need to go. They cannot continue in this kind of country. A country whereby you have sidelined them, you have marginalized them over the years because of the lie they lie against them, that they are the one that planned the coup. But thank God, in his infinite mercy, God touched IBB. Many people are kicking against it, that it was not IBB intentionally for him to come and confess to Nigeria. That people that died during Biafra war, people that lost their life during Abiola, for him not to become president of Nigeria, they are hurting after him. He's close to his early grave. He cannot have rest. That's why he doesn't have choice to come and confess to Nigeria. Mind you, this world is like a marketplace. Everybody comes to the market. When you finish what you are buying, you go back home. Nobody stay in the market. That's how life is. As I talk to you, IBP is already seeing his ancestor. The year that is left for him to stay in this world is very short. You cannot accuse me for that. You can't tell me IBP will still spend 50 years in this world again. So either give or take. He's close to his grave on a daily basis. So I think he's trying to do the needful. But it was too late. Because how can you sideline people since 1966 and you label them with evil? Since then, they did not allow them to go to the corridors of power. I don't know the agreement the Yorubas and the Hausas have signed together and said we will never allow these people. I'm not the one that said it. Showore said it. That there is an agreement between the Yoruba and the Hausas. So for me, it's either we are prolonging the evil day ahead, restructure this country or divide this country. Let everybody go on their peaceful way. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you, my brother.
Mr. Benjak, welcome to PPTV.
Yeah, it was little one.
So before now, Wike and Fubara, they are together. It was Wike that brought Fubara to the position he is now. So now, maybe, do you think maybe something is going on between the two of them because they are now against each other? Okay. What do you have to say about that?
Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Okay.
Let the Lord of hosts, the Prince of Peace be with you people, both you and your friends. Now, to say about Fubara and Wike, do you know that Wike used River State money pump into federal to make Ahmed Tinubu to become the president of Nigeria. So Wike thought that as he have that feeling, he can do anything in River State. And Wike forget that it is someone bringing to River State as a governor. It's someone that brings him. Wike did not come out he only alone to become the governor of River State. Now, coming to the people in the government of Fubara, which their tenure have already expired, and we can want the sitting governor to return them back, which is not possible. if it is him, will he allow those people to be in his own cabinet? No way. So the young man, being the sitting governor of Rivers State, said no, the tenure have already gone. He needs another people to become the local government House of Assembly. And meanwhile, they are not under PDP. They pull out from PDP, enter APC. So you want me to return those people back? If I am the one being the governor, I can never return them back. They have already pulled out. I am not the one that pulled them out. They are the one that use their hand, pull out, because they support Wike, because they are getting something from Wike. Now they forget that the sitting governor have the power. Anything he says, what will happen over there? If the president did not give them the allocation, why? But when Ahmed Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, he on allocation. What did he have? He's the one that cost him home. When Olusegun Obasanjo did not give him, he created many states. Why? Olusegun Obasanjo said no. Leave those states. He said no. That's why he did not give him that allocation. People thought that Olusegun Obasanjo purposely did. It is what Ahmed Tinubu did when he was governor. But what about River State? Because of the people that pull out, enter APC, you see the allocation. If I am the one, I will still stand. If I'm the governor, I will still stand on my feet. Those people will never come to that.
Yesterday was Ash Wednesday. The Christians started their fast yesterday. So the CAN, which is Christian Association of Nigeria, they are pleading with Nigerians that we should pray for our wise leaders. What do you have to say about that?
Well, that is, when you are a Christian, that is what we will say. You have to pray for your leaders.
But the words, that word, wise leaders, what does it mean?
And it said the wise leaders. Yes, we still have wise leaders.
So
if the wise leaders, in Nigeria here,
where are they?
They are here. But the evil one have already taken the position. They are not the wise again.
Okay, the evil ones has dominated.
The evil one have already covered them. So they are not wise again. Now, how many times have the president of Nigeria said, let us have a 1 year holiday for fasting of the nation? Now, could them say, let us think for what we do for the nation? Instead, they will be thinking how they will fold in the nation. Nigeria have already been folded. Where Ahmed Tinubu is going, is folding Nigeria. Not that it's rebuilding Nigeria. It's folding Nigeria. Nigeria is coming to the end of closing. Nigeria is a company. Very soon, Nigeria will shut down.
Nigeria will shut down.
Will shut down. It's a company.
Like it will collapse.
100% collapse.
How do you see that?
Let me just say, I'm giving you from now to 3 years, Nigeria will collapse.
So you are thinking, are you predicting or that is the fact?
I'm telling you the reality.
That within 3 years, Nigeria will collapse.
Ahmed Tinubu is handling the company of Nigeria, and Ahmed Tinubu will fold the company. He will fold it 100%. The way it's going. Okay, look at his government. Look at what happened in Lagos State. A man that's supposed to, in the House of Assembly in Lagos, where the House supposed to wipe out, he bring him back again.
But people are saying Obasanjo must resign, and the APC members are saying Obasanjo has come.
It is the power of the president.
So do you mean President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is behind?
It's behind it. That is what is working in Rivers State also.
So the same thing working in Lagos State is also working in Rivers State.
That's what we want to do in Rivers State. And Rivers State will choke him. And when Rivers State bring disaster, Nigeria will be on the run. They cannot stand. So one weekend and the president will be running. The best thing for them to wash their hand out from that River State.
So maybe do you think maybe Wike wants to become the Baba Sope of River State?
Yes, he wants to become, but it will not work for him.
So that's his aim, that he wants to become the Baba Sope.
See, 2027, I did not see 2027 coming. What I'm saying coming is a new nation. Let me just tell you, it's a new nation that's coming by that 2027. That is what is coming, not election. Not election. Because in Nigeria, it's election, not like election. It's election, nothing like election. On that 2027.
So we are selecting them now. There is nothing like election anymore.
Nothing
So
like
why are we
election.
still conducting election in Nigeria?
I'm telling you, both high network, judicial, all of them, they are doing select, not elect. Nothing like elect.
So they are not more electing them, they are selecting them.
No, it's selected.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Benjamin, for
Thank
coming.
you.
God bless. Let me read some comment before.
Okay, before we start.
Yeah. Because, okay. God bless you to speak the truth, to speak it now. That's ABC Victoria. Then Mr. Charles is saying America, India, China, Sweden, Germany, and many more. Do they tell their religious body to pray before they get wise leaders? Someone wants me to deliver a message to you. Maybe Charles or something like that.
Charles Odubo.
He's saying he's back to his base in Sweden.
Okay, in Sweden now.
So I'm looking for that message. I've not seen it. So that's how it is.
That's after program.
Yeah. So you can greet our viewers first before.
So everybody, Charles Oduaghan. Okay, now Kinsley, you mean?
Yeah,
he has gone
Kinsley,
back to Sweden. I met him. So Oduaghan, thank you so much. Good morning, King Joe Oba. Good morning, King Henry. Good morning, Auntie Esther. Good morning, Mommy Kechi. Good morning, Mommy Kimono Vera. Good morning. Good morning to you, Tundo Okafo. Good morning, Kinsley. Good morning. You are back to Sweden. I hope you are watching me right now. Good morning. Then Uche Okechukweze. Good morning. Mr. Raf. Good morning. Dr. Charles, the pharmacist. Good morning. Godwin Wazimaya. Good morning. IK, Netherlands. Good morning. IK, Australia. I have many IKs with my distance. IK, Brazil. All of you guys. Good morning. Then King Henry. Remember? Ukwaji. Good morning. Ikedi, Ikedi. Good morning. Jenogo, Omoebube, Jenogo. Good morning. Gladys Oyabo, Ogunjimi. Brother Ogunjimi, I'm greeting you. Sukomi. Good morning. Olubode, Olumide, the one we ask. We throw that kind of big question that day. Good morning to you guys. Then, many of you, please, Kennedy, I'm greeting you. I'm greeting you. Uzochukwu from, I think, Japan. Good morning. Anthony Eze, good morning. Izuchukwu from Congo. Good morning. Chidi, good morning. Young Wokoro, good morning. Good morning, all of you. King Joba, my man, fine morning. King Joe Oba of Abriba. Good morning, Abriba man. I hope you are doing well. Ikechu Samuel, good morning. Zechukuden. Jeff Obi, good morning. Ojuku Oyama, Ojuku Afro Dusseldorf, Germany. I'm greeting you. Good morning to you. Udabala, good morning. So, many of you that had not mentioned their name, good morning. But Hajia Halima, good morning to you all. Thank you.
So let's go to today's this day. Asari Dokubo blows out once against Fubara'S impeachment as government shot Fubara'S supporters. So Asari Dokubo has come out to talk about this issue of Fubara'S impeachment. And as well, we have seen gunmen
attacking the supporters of Fubara.
What do you have to say about that?
That is the beginning, escalation of the war we are talking about. You know, over the years, Nigerian politicians have been, committing all manners of, let me not use the word political, general blunders. They violate people's rights. They play politics the way it shouldn't be. Some person will come and upturn a result that is meant well for another. Some persons will use gunmen or non-gunmen armed robbers, be attacking his political opponents in the southeast, in the southwest, in the south, all in the name of dirty politics in Nigeria. If it escalates in Rivers State, we actually know that Tinubu has achieved his goal. Because they play politics as if maybe Nigeria is in their father's backyard. Look at what is going on in his tenure, his own administration. People are now even shouting that Buhari administration is better. And I've sworn and said, God, Let this thing not be like that. Let it not be say people will come and say Buhari administration, because we know how Nigeria suffered under Buhari administration.
Buhari administration is actually better than
it can never be. It can never be.
But people are saying it's better than
No, it is not. Do you know what? In some extent, because Tinubu now, if everybody begin to make trouble now, Tinubu will listen. During Buhari administration, people made trouble for where it doesn't listen.
So they were killing them.
Children were protesting at Lekki Toll Gate. Tinubu allowed military clique officers to go there and mow them down with blades. Not Tinubu, Buhari, sorry. But currently, I know that Tinubu still gets some listening here because a friend are giving him advice. There are Yoruba elders that are still giving Tinubu advice. Where Tinubu get problem is spending, bribing, wasteful. Tinubu administration is too wasteful. He has wasted lots and lots of money on building reckless, spending recklessly, building houses for Wike's wife, for Kachima Chetima, buying yachts, buying aircrafts, private jets. Those are reckless spendings that marred this administration. In some extent, Buhari administration is better. So I'm not trying to just mark both bad. But all I know is that what Tinubu has lots and lots of opportunity to go to River State and quell the fire. Quench the fire that is burning there. This is your own administration. You want to set everywhere ablaze? In fact, my prayer, listen good, is that what is happening in River State could not, develop into full escalation of war over there. Because if they start scatakato in River State, the oil installation, NNPC installations, everywhere, those foreign oil companies, they will be on the run. Nothing is going to work there. So the best thing he should do now is, remember, that area, now human beings get that place. They get ancestors. River State, that land, now somebody get them. Because I know everybody is doing anyhow because this oil is in the Biafra land. We are claiming at the states. That's why everybody should go there, buy oil well. Sultan of Sokoto is having many there. Theophilus Jumi is having many there. All these northern elites that are talking blah, 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 upturning people's religion, they want their religion to be upon everybody. If this oil wells in the southern Nigeria is in the northern Nigeria, you can't hear anybody talk. Fulani will not allow you to talk. Barryman will not allow you to talk. Kanuri will never respect you. Afsaman will never respect you. But because this oil is in our land, nobody cares. And today again, allow peace to reign in our land. They want to use our politicians killing themselves, killing the Southerners. In the Southeast.
He's saying, you like this man, Mr. Raf, streaming from Welling. Lillian Pascal is saying good morning to you, Mr. Raphael.
Thank you, Lillian. Good morning. Good morning.
Olasukome Adewumi saying good morning, Flip TV. Good to be back here.
Good morning, Sukome.
What about the previous host, Mr. Olasukome?
He went home. His uncle died. He went home. So he will be here tomorrow.
He will be here tomorrow. He was called yesterday that he lost his uncle, so he will be around today. He will be around tomorrow.
So you guys that are watching, I'm greeting all of you.
Good morning, Mr. Raphael.
Good morning, Eze. Good morning, Anthony.
I'm the cameraman of Flip TV. Maybe tomorrow I'll be back to my position.
Yeah, that is true. Everyone will be here tomorrow, everybody.
So,
please bear with us. Bear with us. What I'm saying is that we are now enjoying Nigeria because the oil is coming from the south. It's not from the north yet. Wait and see where we they go. Anytime they discover oil in the north, that is when you will know whom Hausa man is. You will know whom is a Kanuri man. You will know whom Fulani man is. Fulani man is somebody that come from Sahel country. They are not from here. They invaded north and they are still fighting over our oil in the southern Nigeria. Now, play politics in a way they cannot. They are using Wike to fight his brother. Wike was there as a governor. Because Wike is bent on what? In Manya. Itu de Manya. Wike can Manya for the whole 365 days. Manya. That's because of Manya. That's why Wike could not allow Fubara. Too much Manya. If somebody Manya, there will be a time. If your family is having history of mental disability, or your mega affect, it will affect you. Too much Manya.
Mr. Raf, why don't the people have a bigger voice against all the politicians?
Yes, thank you so much. Cowardice is it. Intimidation, timorousness, Okay? As I am here, let me tell you, frankly speaking, okay, if Nigeria could get me 1 million a number, me, exactly my gene, my reaction, forget it, it is done.
If we have people like 1 million.
1 million of Raf Mbechi is not a matter of carrying gun or no. Talk, right, talk, right, talk, right. 1 million Raf Mbechi will talk Nigerian politicians into doing the needful. We talk Fulani herdsmen, what? They will run back to Senegambia. It's not all about shedding blood, no. I don't like Nigerians dying, but all I know is that protest, fight for your right. 1 million of Farah to me, what is the name of that man? Farah? Dele Farah to me, can write and talk politicians into doing the right thing, talk the lawmakers out of the house. They will pack their load and go to their various houses and bring in new breed of politicians that will actually make Nigerians happy.
So they kind of saying, Nigerians, they are pleading with us that we should pray for our wise leaders. So that word, Christian Association of Nigeria, they are saying, let us come together, we should pray for our wise leaders. That word, wise leaders, what do you think that word means?
Wise leaders, I don't believe them. That wise wisdom, no. Wise leaders. Let us pray and God will bring God-fearing leaders. God will bring good persons. Wise leaders. We are on top of Tinubu's wisdom, and Tinubu's wisdom is too hot for us to bear. Yes, we embrace anyway Buhari's wisdom, and Buhari's wisdom was too cold for us to hold. You see it? I don't believe on wise leaders. I believe on God-fearing leaders, God-giving leaders. I don't believe on coming together to pray for anybody that is wise to come. Join together and pray so that God will sweep these people into Atlantic Ocean. I don't believe in wisdom prayer now. I don't know Nigerian politicians. The way Nigeria has spoiled, destroyed to the last dilapidation. You know what I wish? I wish prayers from prayer warriors, Christians, that can pray the heaven down. Do you know why? By telling God what you believe God can do. God can always do it. Especially when we are in chain prayers. Pray so that God, I use the word extermination. So that God will exterminate these dangerous politicians in Nigeria. We don't need gentle prayer again.
You say, Mr. Raf,
Christian Association of Nigeria.
If Nigeria is gone and beyond redemption, the only way out of this mess is to break the country and let everyone go. Manager Raf, share your WhatsApp number. Talk is good, but not good enough. That's Saberatla 07.
I believe in prayer, jiggy jagger, so that God will sweep them away using tornado. Okay, this is Atlantic Ocean. We have international water. There is spiritual tornado that is needed to be invoked. Invoke spiritual tornado and sweep these people into the ocean. You don't pray petting them. Khan is asking for prayer again. Khan has been praying for how many years? Do you know when Khan was established? Before Khan, no. Yes, before PFAN, Pentecostal Fellowship Association of Nigeria, Khan was. And Khan is asking you, let's pray. Let's pray. Hausa man and Fulani man, then they fast Ramadan in the north. They block school, they shut down school. Your children, they go to school, they are not going to school again. When you are fasting, you shut down any school, you want to pray. Okay, let us go into the crusade, the era when Christians fought with Seljuk Turks. The Turks were against Christianity in the era of 11 AD. Up to how many years? Up to 1076. The war go on. And how did we do it? We carry the crucifix of Jesus and keep on praying, meditating, speaking in tongues. And that was what gave us victory. You don't pet a winch. You don't pet a wizard. You don't pet a juju man. Use prayer. Buy him. We need buying prayer to sweep these politicians into the Atlantic Ocean.
Obasanjo's 88th birthday.
Yes.
It's one of his speeches saying, in my lifetime, Nigeria will be great again. What do you have to say about that?
He's quite great again.
Obasanjo, when he was there, was Nigeria great?
Obasanjo was there in 1976. Nigeria was great. I benefited from it because there was this universal free primary education. I was one of the beneficiaries. All of a sudden, from 1983, we started paying school fees again. That was during Chagari regime. It was he who actually handed over to Chagari. That was in 1979. So Obasanjo was here when Nigeria was great. Obasanjo was here when Nigeria began to sink. We will never forget in the race, 1976, how 2 billion naira that belonged to this country was seized by the then Alhaji Idi Amin, the dada of Uganda, the cannibal of Kampala. He seized our money in 1976, running to 2 billion naira. And that was under Obasanjo's regime. Obasanjo was there when, after we are buying a chicken, 25 kobo, frozen one. From there, we come up, 10 naira, or 15 naira, 20 naira, frozen chicken in those days. Nigerians didn't eat frozen chicken. We were not in those days. We eat fresh chicken. Obasanjo was there, the price came down. Obasanjo was there when packet rice, or best packet rice went down. You know what I mean by went down? Sink down. The price began to rise up till today. In 1979, Obasanjo would have at least edited Nigerian constitution and correct this kind of anomalies. How is it that Nigerian constitution is there and nobody knows about Christianity today? What we are reading on Nigerian constitution is Islam, Hajj, Medina, Mecca. In my house, in my state in Anambra, so you people are looking for anything Islamization with my ear. We don't fight Christianizing Nigeria or Southeastern Nigeria. Christianization of Southeastern Nigeria, it was the thing of the mind and the spirit, and actually God won. We don't fight forcing people into our own religion. It is an aberration, it is an abomination. It is an inhumanity of man against fellow man. You don't force me into your religion. No matter what I practice, allow that person. Because Chetima is Muslim, Tinubu is Muslim, everything in Nigeria today, now quarter with cap. Try 2027, make your running mate Christian and become a Christian and know who will support you. The INEC chairman will be what? Poo-pooing on your head because you are Christian. But look at the kind of mumulism that we fall into today. Mugulistic of the highest order, allowing Muslim tickets. Even this Khan was there looking like Mugu. Khan, they look Christian, Muslim ticket, looking like Mugu. Khan now want us to join forces in prayer. Khan, for information, every one of you, when you go to bed, pray. Remember your family, remember your children. There is now fire on the mountain. As you can see, as a result of your what? Docility and the complacency over quiet and endurance. Ndidi, ndidi kama inedi. You know the meaning of ndidi? Endure is the best. I don't know what I understand. Today, can't do endure. Now there is a fire on the mountain. And I can honestly tell you that Nigeria has spoiled to the level of Rolling Stones that don't have any moss to gather it or to block it.
Mr. Gab,
a Rolling Stone gathers no moss.
Senate urged federal government to intervene in deadly attacks in Ondo villages.
Senate is inviting federal government. Federal government don't know people who they attack in Edo State. Now, okay, now IPOB go attack them. Or they come bros. Or Amoteku go attack them in Edo village. What thing is this thing where senators they do? I've been Akpabio and Natasha go attack them in Edo village. Senate, they are after treating their Senate, a whole head Senate now, president, the office of the Senate presidency in the House, they are treating the issue of Akpabio, Nigerian Senate president. He look at Uku, he go tap Uku. But why? Senators in Nigeria are busy treating the case of Uku. They can't treat the better case. Fulani herdsmen are killing in those states. This one no be a bonye again. Fulani herdsmen are killing in Ondo State. This one no be a kit again. Fulani herdsmen are killing in Enugu State. And the senators are treating about how Akpabio look Natasha, a married woman, a married man like Akpabio, a dive Natasha on her waist. Now we are talking about Fulani herdsmen killing in Edo State. Senators know. We don't need to talk about it. They know whom the killers are in Nigeria. Senators know whom the terrorists are. Senators know whom are very innocent in Nigeria. Senators know regions in Nigeria that are being marginalized, punished for nothing, for no just cause. Oga, if they like, the senators themselves, they should carry this, is it, then gun. You know, say, Nigeria make laws, say, every Yoruba man will carry them gun. Then, now that one where then they use shoot squirrel. Igbo man will carry them gun. That one where then they use shoot squirrel. So, Igala man, Idoma, all the middle betters. So that they will assign, not that they will assign, they will assign, they assign sophisticated weapons sponsored by Buhari administration, 100 billion for Métis Allah to procure arms to protect animals. That is cows, so not human beings, so that they will have upper hand over our farmers, Yoruba farmers, Igbo farmers, and that is what is applicable in Nigeria.
Someone is asking Mr. Omoegbe Ibino.
Hey, Ibino, my brother.
He's saying, how can we put an end to all this, Mr. Raf?
Hey, Mr. Ibino, my brother. See, someone else who was here before me actually supplied people with the right answer. Oh, but lately, I'm trying to tell you that we are on our own. Like myself, if you like today, arrest me, go to Washington, place me, allow me into the Oval Office of White House. The end of the trouble, the crisis politically and otherwise we are having in Nigeria is division, disintegration. Oga, divided we stand in Nigeria and work strong. United we fall, we collapse Yakata like a dilapidated house. I don't really understand. Did you watch the precision war fought by Israel? It is the same problem. Because in the Middle East over there, the Palestinians, the Hamas, the Hezbollahs, they went land of Israel, everybody to wear cap. They had forehead on the ground. Alakoba, it was a religion war there. Look at, investigate too well. It was a religion war. Israel is not begging anybody food. Even the Palestinians there, they are very, very okay because Israel supply all their need there. It was a religious war. Somebody is calling his God and slaughter fellow man. That's why Hamas invaded Israel and killed everybody at south in Israel during Mizkan Nova Festival on 7th October 2023. It is the same thing that is happening in Nigeria here. Religion is it. Without religion, Nigeria will move forward. Without tribalism, Nigeria is going forward. But you can see, solution I'm giving is that Igbo man should go, Yoruba man should go, Hausa man should go, Fulani man should fly away. If possible, Fulani man should evaporate into the air. We don't need them here. They should disappear.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Raf, for coming. So we have come to the end of today's edition, 6th March 2025. Thank you all of our viewers for staying with us from the beginning to this time. Mr. Godwin Nwezima, thank you for watching. God bless you. Mr. Anthony Eze, thank you for watching. God bless you. Kate Perry, thank you for watching. Olalere Tunji, thanks for watching. The Big Cheese, thanks for watching. Kate Perry, thanks for watching. Young Unwokoro, thanks for watching. Buki Astrop, thanks for watching. Omoregbe Igbinoba, thanks for watching. God bless you. Mr. Olumide Bolude, thanks for watching. Mr. Vremant, thanks for watching. Ashedu Augustine, thanks for watching. King Joe Ogba, thanks for watching. Omo Odua, thanks for watching. Bayo Dosumu, thanks for watching. Sabre Ratla 07, thanks for watching. Andrew Ogunjimi, thanks for watching. Charles, thanks for watching. Godwin Nwezima, thanks for watching. Olasoko Mandewumi, thanks for watching. God bless you. Livy, thanks for watching. Bukastop, thanks for watching. God bless you. As I'm ending this program, the anchorman will be back tomorrow. Then I'll be back to my position as well as a cameraman. He was here yesterday on live when he received the message that he lost his uncle. So by tomorrow, we'll be back here. Thanks everyone. Thank you for watching. God bless you.